make you a very simple welcome first. A small dance imitate the movement of an eagle. My cute friend will dance.
Okay.
Thank you. So this one, the shoot will come in dance, and the food shot, this is the elevated. Yeah.
So welcome to the Barok. Barok is actually belongs to the Bidayu community, right? So the Bidayu is also known as Lendaya. Yeah. So later when you go to the Iban, those are the C Dayak next door. But here, this is Bidayu, and we are also known as Lendaya. Okay, so you won't be seeing our longhouse because our longhouse caught fire last year. So you only see this fortress here. This is basically our fortress. So this is always the first building you see when you arrive at the Bidayu village. So this one serves as like a tower, like a watchtower. So that is why you see a lot of windows here. Many windows. Yeah, this is meant for the warrior to stand guarding the village, stand by the window with the weapon, maybe a spear and a blowpipe, guarding the village. Before that, when we're talking about a tower, this house is basically by average is about 30 to 40 feet above the ground. It's quite high. Yeah, 30 to 40 feet from the ground, and supported by this very strong wood. This is a very strong pillar that's supporting this house. This is actually called belian or ironwood. Ironwood is only endemic in the island of Borneo and the Philippines. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
So this one here, the ironwood, as I was saying, very strong until even the termite cannot penetrate. Termite cannot eat this one. It's very strong, almost like cedar wood. This one is very strong. It only found in Borneo and Philippines. So when we installed this pillar here, there were no nails involved. It's more like join and peg, and then tied together by rotan and rattan here. Okay, all the way up we have rotan and some soft wood to create the structure all the way up there, and we are covered by palm leaf. This is palm leaf, and here on the floor, these are the bamboo on the flooring and bamboo on the wall, just like wallpaper here. This is actually bamboo. We cut them like flat like that. We knock them. Yeah. So this is bamboo. And talking about just now, talking about the height, 30 to 40 feet above the ground. So this is also as a watchtower. Always the first building you see when you arrive at the Bidayu village. This is not our longhouse. Our longhouse is at the back there that caught fire. Yeah. So here, this barok has a lot of window. Okay, the window here is how the Bidayu warrior will stand guarding the village with our weapon. So when we spot any danger, then if we can control from the window, we do it. If we cannot, this is where we use the war drum. We will beat the war drum to send signal or warning to the villagers. Each village, we have the warning sign, the signal tune. We call it panic tune. They know. When they hear some tune, they know it's either danger or what. It's either one. Yeah. So other than that, here, the flooring where we are stepping on, this is not only just for ventilation, but also part of the defense mechanism. Why is it built like this? This actually will slow down the process where the enemy will want to poke the spear from underneath. This will slow down. Yeah. So our advantage, we can see who is down there. If we happen to have boiling water, this is the best time we pour the water on them. Yeah. Right. So this is part of the defense mechanism. Right. Other than that, this house is also where we keep the skull, the head over there belong to our enemy. Yeah, that is our enemy's head. Yeah. So that is just a replica, yeah, an example of enemy head. Yeah. But for the Bidayuh or Land Dayak, we don't really engage into head hunting compared to the Iban or the Sea Dayak. We are more like more reserved, more relaxed, more people at peace. We only become aggressive when people disturb us, when they provoke us, when they challenge us to fight. Then only we do that. Otherwise, we don't involve. Yeah. For this one here, the head here, unlike other native Dayak, they bring into the longhouse. But for Bidayuh, our community, we build a special house like this to keep the skull. We don't bring to the longhouse. Okay, so whenever we have the skull hanging, this is where the fire is very important. The fire and the smoke, when smoking the skull here, is how we preserve the skull so that it will last longer. We still can see the shape, everything. Dry the skull. Another one, the main source of fire here is very important for us to appease the spirit so that it won't harm the villagers, especially women and children. That is why many years ago, inside this baroque, we never allowed women and children. Here is only meant for the warrior, the able-bodied people. The strong men only live here. Women and children and the elderly people will be in the longhouse. Yeah. Another one, a very thick smoke here, very big smoke. We use also to maintain the structure of this palm leaf and the building so that will chase away the termite. Other than that, this is the main source of fire for the villagers. Many years ago, if they want to cook, they will get the fire from here. Because in the longhouse, they are not encouraged to have smoke or fire over there. Because if many people, everybody is cooking at the same time, that will cause a lot of smoke and will attract the enemy. Yeah, that is why they limit them not to do many fire. So small fire after cooking, gone, you have to scrap off. This is the only place is allowed to have fire and all those. Yeah, not in the longhouse. Yeah. Then other than that, where the spotlight is showing over there, that at the corner, that is a collection of traditional medicine. Yeah, those are traditional medicine and also some equipment used by our wise men. Yeah. Why is it stationed inside this baroque? Because this one is basically used by our warrior. After the war, after the fight, they will come back. If they are injured, they will be dressed here. Not to be done in the longhouse, not to be seen by the family members, because that will be a sign of weakness. They don't want not to be labeled as a fallen warrior by the family. So anything happen if they're injured, everything will be done inside this house, not in the longhouse. Okay. Then other than that, you will see some nice beautiful jar there with dragon motif. Those are the jar that they got from the trading era. The barter trade, we do the trading. Whatever our local product from the longhouse, we bring it down from the mountain and brought it to the bazaar where the business is ongoing with the Chinese or maybe Indian merchant or maybe from Arab merchant. But for that particular jar, it's from the Chinese. You see the motif from there. So whatever product we have in the longhouse, like chicken, maybe poultry, or maybe pig, we carry down. Or maybe rice grain we carry down the mountain and we walk on foot maybe like at least 3 days, 2 nights just to get to the trading era. When we arrive at the trading area, we don't directly go there. We have to hide first because we want to make sure our enemy is not there dealing with the merchant. When the coast is clear, only they will go quickly and done their business and get whatever they need from the merchant. Then go back again to the jungle. That is another, very dangerous journey also for them going back into the longhouse. They can easily get ambushed or can get killed. Yeah, that is why we keep on telling our new generation today to appreciate whatever we have those, because it's not easy to carry that together by our forefathers. Originally, the jar is definitely from China. It's very far away from here. Yeah, that's why we tell the new generation to appreciate that. Other than that, you see some gongs, the instrument there, so lying on the floor and also hanging. This is something to do with the origin of the Bidayu or the Land Dayak people, which is believed to have came from southern Kalimantan, Indonesia. When we're talking about Kalimantan, Indonesia, at that time when they migrate into our region, they brought it in from there. So this is probably the influence is from the Javanese, because Java people, they use a lot of gong and cymbals, big gongs. Yeah, maybe this is some of the gongs they brought in from there, brought into our region. They came into our region as early as 1380, 1380, mid 14th century. That time in Kalimantan probably is still under the empire of Majapahit, the Javanese empire. And in our region, it is not even called Sarawak yet. Probably towards the end of the Hindu era and maybe an early stage of Sultanate of Brunei. That was our old name before we were known as Sarawak. Yeah, the White Raja only came during 19th century, 1841, but this one is way back early. Yeah, 14th century. And from that day until today, our Bidayu, we have 25 dialects. Yes, Bidayu alone. Only Bidayu I'm talking about. We have 25. It all reflected in our costume. As you can see, we represent our different district area of our Bidayu. Yes. And if you wonder also, what unites the people here? What unites not only Bidayu and then also native Dayak, basically because of education after came later in 19th century. That unites us. No more barbaric practices. People again now engage into education, religion, all those. So I think I won't deny we still have people who prefer the old-fashioned way. Yeah, that will keep us balanced actually. Otherwise, you won't be seeing this today. So them with the old-fashioned thinking, they're the one who keep this one, preserve this one. They're the one who move forward. We learn from them. So I think it's balanced. So basically, my point is, what unites the Dayak people is education. When they speak one language, speak English or Bahasa, we understand each other more, less prejudice. That is what I see it that way. Education is everything. Yeah. Then other than that, I know you're wondering also, what is this? Yeah. This one here is actually a mouse deer, species of wild boar. Mouse deer species of wild boar. You can see the tusk is still attached. This one is from here, nearby, from the mountain. I got the smaller tusk. This one is big. This is wild boar, the mouse deer species of wild boar, not the warhawk. Yeah, but it's quite massive. This one. And here you may see later after this. This is actually our guardian figure. Our guardian figure. This was designed. The guardian figure was designed by our mediator while he was entranced with the spiritual world. This is where he visualized half beast and half human can protect the villagers. So they create this guardian figure. So this is Tigundo. Tigundo can protect the village and the soldier and our warrior down here. So every time before the warrior go for war, they will ask blessing from this Tigundo and get the ornament from here and put it over their body, and they feel they are protected and safe. So this is Tigundo. If you observe, it looks like a little bit like an elephant. So the half human, half beast. Yes. So this is Tigundur. Selamat pagi. You can have a look around, can take picture as well. Have a look
Thanks.
around.